We've all been hurt by others. We've probably wounded others ourselves, but sometimes when the hurt has been especially grievous, when the wound is especially deep, we can kind of stay stuck. And maybe you're tuning in because your heart's broken. Maybe your child was expelled from school in their senior year for bringing in alcohol or something, and you're like, what? I can't believe this has happened, and your heart is broken. Or maybe you're devastated because your husband had an affair and you just can't get past that. Or maybe for you it's an in-law that just treated you like dirt and your heart is broken. And often what we do is we kind of cuddle up to that wound. I mean, we do it subconsciously, we don't do it on purpose, but we cuddle up to that wound, we embrace it for a very long time, and it starts to become our identity. I am the wounded person. I am the victim. This is not what God intended for you. He intends for you to thrive, to be victorious, and not to be a perpetual victim. Yes, what happened was wrong, but He doesn't want you to stay stuck there. So I'm going to share two really important things that I've discovered in my own journey of healing. I had a long history of sexual abuse as a child. I had infidelity in my first marriage. So there are a lot of wounds that I've encountered. I could go on and on. The list is very long, but I've learned with the Lord's help to overcome those wounds and to be able to look forward to the future with hope and to be able to thrive in the present day. So let me share two things that are key, that are also biblical, that could help you get unstuck so you don't stay in that pit of depression. And the first is this. And so here are the 7 words that I'm going to unpack for you. Here's the first 3 words. These first 3 words are key. That was wrong. You need to hear that from a compassionate listener. You need to tell your story to someone, and I don't mean you need to tell your story to every person you meet for the next 20 years, but you need to find someone with compassion that can be a good listener, and a compassionate listener can hear your story, and then you need to hear those 3 words. That was wrong. There's some immense healing that takes place when someone validates your feelings and validates that what was done was wrong. I know this might seem overly simplistic, but it's so key. And this is biblical. We're supposed to be doing this for each other. In fact, 1 Peter 3 verse 8 says, finally, all of you be like-minded, sympathetic, love one another, be compassionate and humble. So we need to do this for each other. You need to be a compassionate listener for someone else's story, and hopefully you'll find that compassionate, sympathetic listener to hear your story, and then you can hear those 3 so precious words. That was wrong. But then, after that, after you've told your story, had a bit of time of grieving, after you've gone through that phase, then there's 4 more key words I want to press on to you. Those 4 key words are this: pivot from the pain. Pivot from the pain. You cannot make this your identity. You are not a victim. You're an overcomer with Jesus. He doesn't say like, yeah, that sucks. Your life is just kind of a throwaway now. No. God has plans for you to do purposeful things in His kingdom, to love others well, maybe to help the next person that is grieving. So don't stay stuck by dwelling overly long on what was done in the past. This is also biblical. Isaiah 43:18 says, forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Well, you can't even see the new thing if you're just hyper-focusing on the past wound. So after that time of grieving, after you've heard those 3 precious words, that was wrong, then do the next 4 words. Pivot from the pain. Set your face forward. Say, Lord, I can't wait to see what amazing adventures you have in the future. You and I together, I can imagine the wonderful things that you have in store as I walk forward with you.